Uh, I know that's something that we wanted to talk about right now, but can we talk about something real quick that has?
Actually, I don't want to talk about that. I would rather talk about what you wanted to talk about now. But yeah, go
Well,
ahead.
thanks, man. Appreciate it. It looks like you didn't prepare anyway.
I did, but I don't want to get into it with you.
Why? Because I'm too negative?
No, because it's going to put our friendship in jeopardy.
It's such a pickle.
Two guys, two worlds. This is the flip side. New episodes uploaded on YouTube, Facebook, and Spotify every week on Wednesday and Saturday. Now, here's your host, Jason and Noel. That's what I said, you nincompoop.
Good morning, sir. Buenos dias.
Magandang umaga, Pilipinas.
Oy, wow. Believe naman, believe. Well, good morning, good evening. What's up, people? I don't know. I think today's Wednesday here, Thursday there. It's the flip side with Jay and Noel. I'm Jay.
What's up?
Yeah, he's Noel. Jesus Christ.
I was watching a couple of our recordings and I was like, dude, I can't stand myself.
Yeah, so kinda. It's annoying, you know.
I wouldn't
That's
even listen to myself.
Well, I wouldn't go out that far. I mean, I think we're okay to listen to. It's just the fact that
Like, who are these two guys? What do they think they're doing?
I know,
Go,
right?
go watch Netflix or something.
Jesus.
No, it's not exactly about the stuff that we talk about that I'm worried about. I don't know. I'm not
So
sure
what the hell is it?
maybe I'm just self-conscious. Like I'm looking at my mannerisms. I'm checking out what I'm wearing. I was like,
That's exactly what it is. It's just you're self-conscious.
what am I, 12 years old, 15 years old? Like,
Well,
why am I
we're-
feeling this way?
We're a bunch of 40-year-olds trying to figure out what does a 20-year-old do nowadays.
And then
We're trying
I-
to match it, basically.
so I was what? Match it? No, not even. Just no, I don't think we're trying to match it. We are
We're trying to be cool.
going with the flow, I would say.
Go with the flow.
But
yo.
not necessarily try to match it.
Yeah.
Going where everybody else is going. No, there was something.
Well, like we said, we're about what, 10 years late on this?
We're trying to catch up. We're trying
Right.
to catch up, people. We're trying to catch
know.
up.
Everybody's doing all these new things now. We can't even figure out Zoom. So,
Sorry, something just walked in, distracted me. And
oh, for crap. Oh, that looks
hold
good.
on.
What is that?
You
Let
asked me
see
to
that.
turn on the lights.
Yeah, what is that?
What is this? Egg sandwich? No?
With
Bacon and egg sandwich.
damn, dude.
How unfair is that to the rest of the world, right?
That sucks. Yeah.
But here's the best part. It's just gonna sit right in front of me and I'm not gonna touch it just yet.
For the next hour, does she not know the schedule? Seriously. Maybe on Thursday mornings and Sunday mornings, wake up a little bit earlier. Make
Hey,
him breakfast, you know?
Earlier, huh?
Get to work. Jesus.
Get to work. Jesus. Just following what's in my ear. Hey,
Or wait for like till 10 o'clock or something before you make him food. He's always eating cold food on these days.
I don't like my food cold by 10 o'clock when I'm done, huh? Pakiinit ulit.
I-toast mo na lang. Masyado
just-
kang slacker eh.
I'm just saying, masyado daw ako slacker eh. No, I'm just saying what I'm hearing from my ears. Love you, thank you.
I love you too.
Wait, what are we doing? Let's get back on track here.
No, you're about to say something about you were watching something or whatever.
You. I was clicking through. And thank you, thank you. I was clicking through the
Shows.
recordings.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then there was something that came up because I sometimes I don't get really to watch the whole thing. I don't have time for that. But I came. There was something that you said, and I think I put it on the highlights of the previous episode. No, I don't think I did. I don't think I did. Anyway, you were saying something like, "Oh, I want to try to be more myself."
Right.
I wrote that down, so I don't know the exact quote. And then
Okay.
I kind of feel guilty for just sort of like sort of glazing over it or just skipping over it as if I wasn't being more real. I think that's the word that you said. I want to be more real.
Okay.
I was
So what's the problem?
I don't what does that mean for you? Not a
Be more.
problem. I
To me,
wanted
it's to be more relaxed. I'm being too self conscious and whatnot. You know.
Oh, okay. So it is
Just like
sort
just like what you said, always watching what I say, what I look like, what I'm doing, mannerisms. I don't know
mm,
if you noticed the last couple episodes, I've been trying to look at the camera more so, you know? Like
mm.
I'm actually having a conversation with you because the setting of my screens is just all messed up. So, I mean, it's not really messed up, but the last few episodes, it looks like I'm always looking down, like I'm looking
Oh,
at your side of the screen. You know what I mean?
uh-huh.
So I'm trying to look up. How you doing?
I'm looking at myself and I'm like, oh, I'm blinking too much. I'm blinking. I'm blinking too
Yeah, I
much.
noticed that
I'm
too. I've
blinking.
been doing that, but see, I mean, I'm trying to figure out how to properly. I might actually move this. It does sound better in my ear with my mic this way,
Mm.
but I might move it on the next episode that way. So I'm like this more,
We
which
can
feels
cut.
more comfortable for me.
We can cut and try it, and we could just try different versions of it. Make different cuts.
It's too much work. I got to move the arm to the other side, and then, well, I do have another arm here. Maybe I can just move the mic.
You try both mics. Speaking of last episode, the last episode was one of our shortest ones.
Was it?
Not that we're trying to get on any length or anything like that, but
Right.
because of
That
that
is kind of short, though.
because of that whole hour, we were trying to figure out our mics and technicalities and all the other stuff to get to where we're at right now.
Right.
It's like a whole hour of just trying to get to the starting line before we could click record. And
Jesus, that is short. That's like an hour and 14 minutes.
I'm
That's really
still
short. We've
I'm
never done it like that.
I'm still trying to get over the trauma of try to trying to
Well,
start from the beginning.
actually, I take it back. Episode one was 37 minutes and 29 seconds.
For
And then
what? Episode one?
episode one, yeah,
Oh.
was
Oh,
only 37 minutes. Episode two was 112. Episode three was 107. And then episode four is like an hour and 45 minutes, whatever. I
that's
don't even
funny.
know.
That's funny that you say that because it didn't really sort of feel that way when I was listening to it.
Right.
Maybe it felt longer. And then this recent one though, I was listening to it.
Yeah,
Gosh, that's really short.
it
Aside
is actually.
aside from the fact that I think I talk too much, but yeah.
No, that's fine. You know, whatever.
Anyhow, that's the one that was sort of bothering me. So you want to be more real, and that's kind of what I was.
More
Uh,
relaxed. You know, like I want to be more relaxed. That's what it is. I'm too tense. I'm always too worried about like
right,
how we sound. Does the light? Well, the light is too
yeah,
dark, but
right. And then on the flip side, like, are we too relaxed? Are we? You know what I
I
mean?
know. See, that's the problem there. But I don't want to end up being like one of those people who or podcasts that people are just trying too much. You know what I mean? Where everything sounds too scripted and whatnot.
I wouldn't even say scripted. I would say
Rehearsed? I don't know. Scripted sounds right. Where
no, but it's not one. No, it's not really one of those things I want to comment on because it's like it doesn't like you just see something like I can't even say it's about driving, but like you see something, you see someone doing it, it works for them. It's fine.
right.
Like I'll stay in my own lane. Like it's like no need for me to comment. It's like it just sort of villainizes the other person or what, or just creates
Villainizes? What is
not
that? I don't even know.
like minamasama, like saying that it's a bad thing.
Talking
Like
trash. Yeah.
I guess, yeah, but it's like it doesn't really
Yeah, that's true.
it's
I apologize. I take that back.
Like, I mean, I would like to comment on it, but it's like,
Yeah,
I mean,
we're gonna come up like being an asshole about it, you know?
yeah. I mean, I have my asshole moments, and I think pull back a little bit. I should pull back a little bit. That's what I was thinking. So
Well,
there,
honestly, it's not that bad. You know, I mean, you're still an asshole, but
right? But
hey,
and,
sorry, go ahead.
no, just to wrap that topic up, I guess just listening and getting to do this podcast with you, and like putting it to the world and for the world to scrutinize or what. I'm grateful. I mean, thanks for the opportunity in a sense that I'm like, you know, rekindling the friendship. But there's also
Jeez, way to take it like it means something. What the hell was that? Thanks. I'm glad I'm not wasting my time. What an asshole.
it's even worse with what I'm about to say.
Okay.
That that I get to reflect on myself.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Have you had coffee yet? Maybe that's what you need right now. Oh, there you go.
Is
There you
this
go.
it? Is it citron or honey citron tea? It's not the other,
It's not the
flavor,
ginger one.
not the ginger one, because I like the ginger one also.
I love
So
that one better. The honey citron.
right,
And we usually buy the giant bottle
yeah,
jug from
yeah,
Costco. No, it's
mm,
bigger than that.
yeah.
The one that we buy.
I think I got the medium one. There's even a smaller
Yeah,
Fil-
no, but that's a waste of money. I mean,
Filipino size.
yeah.
But it's
But
funny. I kind of felt like I was the only one in the world that was lucky enough to have one of these.
oh, dude, we love that thing, especially if we're sick.
Yeah,
Oh, feels so good.
that's what I had when I had COVID. And this and buko juice were my lifesavers.
Oh, really? No. When we got COVID, it was all about that tea, that honey tea and whatnot.
I heard somewhere that like 90% or some really huge number of people have had it already.
I think
So
that's in that's somewhere in Southeast Asia. It might
what's that?
it might be China.
That have had it?
Yeah.
Mm.
Well, it started there. Well, so
No, no, no. But I was thinking, if I remember correctly, the statistic was for like for the whole world and not just one place.
oh, not like one region.
Yeah, the whole world. But
Yeah. No, I don't know.
I don't know if my memory serves me right.
I don't know. I haven't can't remember. But I I know that's something that we wanted to talk about right now, but can we talk about something real quick that has just gotten me so good today? I
Actually,
don't
I
know
don't.
why.
Actually, I don't want to talk about that. I would rather talk about what you wanted to talk about now. But yeah, go ahead.
Well, thanks, man. Appreciate it. It looks like you didn't prepare anyway.
I did, but I don't want to get into it with you.
Why? Because I'm too negative?
No, because it's going to put our friendship in jeopardy.
It's such a pickle. Oh, okay. All right. Whatever. So I was I was flipping through YouTube today, as usual, and I don't know if you're familiar with this guy. It's Mike Chen, the Strictly Dumpling.
No, never heard.
Okay, so he's like a food blogger, right? Um, Strictly Dumpling. I'm gonna actually.
Hard to talk and type at the same time, huh?
I know, I know. So he travels the world basically, and he travels the world and eats and like tries all different kinds of foods and whatnot. You know, he's like the Anthony Bourdain of the YouTube or whatever. Well,
It-
that's a big reference for him.
Bro, if I take a bite out of the sandwich, am I gonna have to blur it out?
Probably, dude. Oh, we can cut. You want to cut so you can eat? Let's cut so you can eat. Otherwise, you're gonna be chewing like crazy and you won't be able to talk. Sorry about that, but I mean that was Sometimes when nature calls, nature calls. You know what I mean?
After 4 cups of coffee, can't. What do
Well,
you expect?
I felt kind of shitty because you just took a bite and I said what I said. You know what I mean?
Doesn't bother me, but it's all right.
So, did you get that link that I sent you? Um,
Yeah, I was watching it while you were doing your business.
yeah, that's Mike Chen. Basically, so he's a food blogger, but he travels the world and tries all the different cuisines and whatnot. He was in the Philippines, I guess. I don't know if it's last 2 years ago or whatever. But he was in the Philippines, and he was trying a lot of Filipino foods. You know, the staples: sisig, pancit, lechon, of
Mm,
course, and whatnot, and the kare kare and all that stuff. But he was trying all that food,
mm,
and it just really made me miss Filipino food. I mean, we cook it here, sorry,
mm,
but it's not the same, you know? It's
mm,
just not the same.
mm.
Um, I don't know what it is. The flavor's different, the aroma, because you can buy a lot of the ingredients in the Asian store here. It's just it's really
Right,
sometimes it's okay. No, but they're pretty expensive.
right.
Um, but
I'm not.
one of the
I'm
biggest thing. Sorry, go ahead.
not just a quick thing that I wanted
Yeah,
to share with that was like I'm not such a like a culinary guy. Like I almost like don't care about like the food, that kind of thing, whatever. I
right.
mean, and I don't know, whatever. But anyway, a couple of years ago, or maybe 5, 10 years. No, not a couple of years ago. About 10 years ago, I was in Singapore trying out their sauces for out of everything else. It was the sauces. I was like, oh, I can try to make this. It was so good. I wanted to make it in the Philippines.
Right.
And,
Oh, you mean the sauce that they have for their food?
yeah, just the sauce, huh? Not even the main dish itself, but just the sauce. I was trying to replicate that back home, and
Right.
that's where I learned my lesson that it's not the same thing. I mean, I'm saying that I could relate with what you're saying, but the only time that I really had an appreciation for it was the darn sauces. They had like simple food like white chicken rice, and then there's sauce, and then that's it, and then
Right. Right.
it's just chicken and then rice and then just some chili sauce or whatever. It's still not the same.
Oh, and then it has that oil that they put on top with garlic and
The simplest
scallions.
the
Yeah.
simplest things, nothing
Yeah.
complicated about it.
I,
And
I
like,
I think I've had that. I don't know what it's called, but it is delicious.
well,
It's so good.
here and there, it was called chicken white rice or white chicken rice or just something like stupid like that, something simple like that.
Right.
And I was looking for it in other restaurants and trying the other sauces, and I was getting really frustrated. Nah, gosh, like you
Yeah.
could be
Yeah.
having exactly the same ingredients, but the fact that you cooked it in a different country and
Right.
I just
Right.
had a total appreciation for it. That was like the one little nugget of time that I had an appreciation for, or began the appreciation for food, for
Right.
for for
Right.
culinary stuff. Sorry to interrupt, but
No, you're fine. You're fine.
you were saying
It's just
about this.
with me, it's not like I'm a hardcore chef or anything, but I like to try and dabble in cooking, you know?
So
So yeah,
he wanted to try. He tries food all over the place.
yeah, everywhere he goes. So he has this segment too where for every country that he goes to the 7-Eleven and tries all their food, you know? Like
Right.
I think you'd actually find it pretty interesting. Like he went to Hong Kong at 7-Eleven and tried the instant noodles and ramen, whatever they have there, you know? And
Mm-hmm.
it's actually pretty interesting. He went to Singapore 7-Eleven, to the US, I think it was like Bangladesh or whatever. I can't remember. But it just made me realize when he was in the Philippines and whatnot that I really missed that food, Filipino food. It's so underappreciated all over the world, you know,
Mm.
Filipino food, that is.
Before we get to Filipino food, the 7-Elevens here I noticed have Korean stuff. Japanese
Right.
stuff and a
Right.
lot of basically a lot of Asian stuff. It didn't used to be that way. I think before they tried like all these cold cuts, sort of American sandwiches, Western
Right.
sandwiches, and then slowly, I think I don't even know if they still have sandwiches now. I think if
I
there
think
are
it adapts to depending on where the country is, like the local flavor.
right now looks like now they do, but before
Right.
I think they were trying to
They never had it.
force they were trying to force the 7-Eleven of the West. But
Correct. Well, I mean,
now,
I don't know if you remember the 7-Eleven down up the street from Westboro before, where
with the
there's a
with the
Street Fighter.
Street Fighter, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Good. So you remember. I mean, that's the 7-Eleven staple that I know. Where it even has an arcade in it and whatnot. I
I
mean, I wouldn't
remember
say it's an arcade, but
I remember the smell of walking in there.
right? That's crazy. And then Goldilocks up the street from it. I don't know if you
Uh,
remember that. It's right behind
yeah,
7-Eleven.
yeah. What about it though? Or you were saying something else about
Yeah, it's just I miss Filipino like authentic Filipino food like that. I mean, I've had it here, you know, but sad to say, well, I'm not gonna say sad to say. My wife's not like a big Filipino cook, and a Filipino food cook, but there are quite a number of dishes that she makes that, oh my God, I'm dying because I can't stop eating. You know, I've been
uh,
cutting down on rice and all that stuff. And then the other day she cooks the shrimp sinigang.
mm,
Oh, and it's just sour enough that you just gotta keep eating rice with it and whatnot and the soup. Oh my God, it's amazing when she makes that. I swear, I feel like I sinned, like all sins, because of gluttony. It's ridiculous. And then
it-
she also makes really good kare kare and her. I don't know what she does with her adobo. It's so simple, but it's like peel off the bone type of thing. Whatever.
like better than restaurant food, and you feel guilty. Like, why am I eating this at home?
Yeah, right. No, I
What
think here, at least where we are, her Filipino cooking is by far the best I've had. I'm not saying that because I'm married to her. She can't even hear it right now anyway. Um, but that's how here Filipino restaurants here are kind of becoming too pretentious. At least here in like the DC area, the tri-state area.
what makes you say that? What makes it pretentious?
So there's this restaurant in Washington DC. It's a Filipino restaurant. I can't remember what it's called. Something purple yam or purple dish, whatever. Um, First of all, they serve pancit bihon. Okay,
Okay.
it's like maybe this much, and I don't know. Maybe they're being chinsy about their soy sauce, but it's lacking color.
Mm.
It doesn't taste the same. It tastes it just lacking flavor. I think it's because they were catering to the other cultures more, like to the white people more and all that stuff. Plus, that was $18. It was like a little bowl like that. I was like, what? Are you kidding me? And then they
Are,
had
are people
sorry,
lining
go.
up like Starbucks? Are they
Yeah.
people lining up? Is it so?
No,
It's giving Filipino food a bad name.
it's giving Filipino food a bad name because they're making it too pretentious. Now, if they simplify it and like the way they do it in California or Chicago and all that stuff, if they simplify it and make it the way it's supposed to make it, they can they can elevate it more. Just don't like take away from the flavor or the ingredients. I think it'll
Here's
be fine.
here's the thing though. I think it's going to depend a lot on the ambiance and the environment on where they're actually serving it at. Is it like fine dining?
It's not fine dining, but I think they're aiming to an actual sit down restaurant catering to people that work in the district, like where the government centers are
Uh,
or whatnot. And then also it's in a neighborhood that's kind of like the hip neighborhood for
I hear
Washington
you.
D.C. You know,
I hear
but
you.
that's why I miss it so much. And here, anywhere really, with the exception of like up north or in the west, Filipino food is so underappreciated or underrepresented, basically, is how I want to say it. It's represented in like other places like California or up north in Chicago, but not in the grandest you know what I mean? It's not like it's a full blown people line outside the door type of thing.
You need to
Except
have
I
a
guess in California.
you need to have like an adobo festival there or something.
I know, right?
Filipino run festival there or something. Is it the ingredients? Where is it coming from?
Well, they're easily accessible here. I mean, there's a lot of Asian stores and whatnot.
I mean, where do
But
you think that pretentiousness is coming from? Is it the environment? Is it the price? Is it
no, I think it's catering to they're trying to fusion, you know.
Oh, I see. I see.
All these Filipino dishes, they're infusing it like to make it more westernized and whatnot, so that it's more appealing to
Yeah.
other cultures.
So the palate,
Yeah,
they're trying to dumb it down a little bit so that it'll be
correct.
more uh palatable. Is that if
I don't
it's
know.
going to be more
Um,
acceptable to the Western tongue?
yeah, kind of. Yeah, because Western tongue is a lot different. Sad to say, it's less experience in the culinary world, but
I remember the first time that I had my American friends,
yeah,
one of my first American friends here, like, tall, Caucasian guy, wants to be on time all the time.
right.
Tried sinigang. It's like, oh, it's too sour. And
Oh.
I was like, more for me then. Too bad. But yeah, a lot of people like you can't go wrong with adobo though. A
No,
lot of
you can't.
a lot
You
of people
can't.
seem to like adobo. Doesn't
So
matter what.
it seems like there's adobo, sisig, and what's that other dish? Adobo, sisig, and pancit are like the staples that everybody just loves, when they have it. Oh, and lumpia, of course.
Pancit, like pancit bihon.
Yeah, 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 like pancit bihon, because pancit canton is like lo mein. You know what I mean?
Random
The
thought
same
here.
thing.
I think the first time that I've tried ever tried dinuguan was
Yeah.
In San Francisco. I remember it was like
Really?
in a styrofoam bowl, had it
Yeah.
with a plastic spoon, and I don't remember if it was any good, but I've tried better. I've had better.
Yeah. Yeah. Here in Virginia, there's a couple of little like shacks and whatnot where the Filipino foods and whatnot.
Mm.
It's like it's lazy the way they're doing. The flavor is not there. They're just doing it because they know that there's a lot of Filipino that's gonna want to buy it. Although there is this one Filipino restaurant in Maryland, it's about an hour and a half for me. It's called Matthew's Grill, where a lot of celebrities go to as well in Maryland. They're pretty good. I like them. Yeah, but it's just too far. It's like an hour and a half away.
Remember my cousin Riza?
Yeah,
I think she lived in Maryland. If she's still there or or something like that. Sorry, like totally random thing.
Riza or Raya? Ria, which one?
No, no, no. Ria stayed in I think stayed in California based on their Facebook uh statuses right now. But yeah, I think
Right.
yeah, sorry. Like I keep trying to remember like why am I thinking about Maryland? Why does that sound familiar? Yeah, I got a couple of
Right.
relatives. Anyway, but this thing with Filipino food, is it because they're catering, they're afraid that the Western palate is not going to appreciate the taste, or are they
I don't know.
is
I
it the
I really
ingredients?
don't. Yeah, I really don't know. That's the question that I'd like to ask as well. Because Filipino here, a lot of the Filipino restaurants, their main thing that they do is like it seems like they're only catering to Filipinos. I wouldn't want to do that because I think it all based comes down to presentation. You know what I mean? In regards to attracting like American people or white people for that matter, or black people, you know.
Mm.
Um,
No, but if you say
although
that they're catering to Filipinos, then the taste should be very Filipino. But you're also telling me that it's sort of
where I live, there's probably one or two that the flavor is there. Everybody else, it sucks. I mean, it's not like it's horrible, but it's not the same. You know what I mean? Am I sounding muffled or too far?
No, it's just
Okay,
fine.
good.
Mm.
They opened a Jollibee in
Mm.
Alexandria in Virginia. Yeah.
Mm.
Jollibee, for those of you who don't know, it's like the Popeyes of the Philippines and the KFC of the Philippines.
Or
I
McDonald's.
I kid you not, Jollibee winner, winner. Every time I go, the line is outside the door. That's
Bla-
when I go there. As soon as I walk in, I'm expecting to be in there for an hour and a half, not
Block
to eat, waiting for the food.
Blockbuster, huh?
Yeah, everybody loves it. It's a lot of black people that goes in there.
Oh,
I
really?
kid, I'm
What
not kidding.
what's the winning dish there? The chicken joy?
Chicken, chicken. Yeah. I mean, it's chicken and the adobo rice.
Oh, they don't have
Yeah.
adobo rice here.
Oh, really?
There's no adobo rice here. I'm curious now if you guys
Oh,
have buko pie there.
no. It's the mango peach
Oh,
is
see,
what we have.
those are like the little differences. Here we have the chicken joy, there's spicy version, and then there's buko pie,
Correct.
and
Yeah.
that's
There's
kind of
there's the
about it.
spicy or mild chicken. There's the adobo rice. There's the peach mango pie. Um, there's the spaghetti, the usual. I think there's shopao. I'm not sure. But anyway, it is busy all the
Siopaw
time. Yeah.
in Jollibee. Siopaw is like
Yeah.
Chowking here. There's siopaw in Jollibee.
Here. Yeah.
That's so strange.
And then chicken sandwich.
Okay, I think we have chicken sandwich here also.
Right. Okay, good. But you should try to watch it on YouTube, like Americans trying Jollibee and
Yeah,
giving
yeah.
their reviews.
Right. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
it's pretty amazing. But it's good. Don't I like it a lot. But that's probably one of the big things that open here in regards to Filipino food. That's it. They opened one here. They just opened a Jollibee in Florida. I know that. But it is spreading out like wildfire.
Speaking of fast food experiences, I was at a fast food in Hong Kong one time. I think it was like
Right.
Burger King or whatever. And a couple of things that I was asking for. For one thing, I was asking for an extra napkin.
Yeah.
And I remember having not an argument, but like a really strange misunderstanding on what a napkin is. And I think
But what a napkin is?
she was probably asked, well, tissue, right? But it was such a big deal where I guess maybe she was insulted.
Tissue and napkins are different. They're two
Yeah.
different things.
Okay, so what is it for you?
Tissue is tissue where you blow your nose.
Yeah. And then,
Napkin is paper napkins for when you eat food.
right. So that's between you and me. We kind of get that understanding, right?
Right.
But I think for her, napkin is like a maxi pad napkin. For it was
Right.
kind of
Right.
a
Right.
strange, but she didn't look like she was insulted or anything like that, like because she
Right.
was a woman. But she was just like really confused. Like, why would I be asking for a napkin
Why are you asking for a napkin?
for my burger? Like, why? It was just so strange. And then there was the other one. There was okay. And then there was this other one where they gave me this sauce. Like I didn't ask for it. They just gave me
Right.
the sauce, and then so I was putting it on my sandwich, eating it. This was like second, third time that I went to Burger King. It also in Hong Kong, also because my hotel was really nearby, and that's what I wanted to eat. Anyway, so I ended
Right.
up opening this like little sachet, putting it in my sandwich, really enjoying it. So I wanted more, and to me, it tasted like sweet and sour sauce, like
Okay.
sweet.
Yeah.
So I was asking for it, and then she was, like the servers were like really confused or were what it was. To them, it's chili sauce.
So was it ketchup or sweet and sour sauce?
For them, they call it chili sauce.
Chili, like CHIL.
Yeah, chili sauce.
Wow, that's weird.
Exactly. But for me, it was just like sweet and sour sauce or just sauce. But of course, for them, they couldn't like figure out what kind of sauce I was asking for.
Right.
They kept
right.
giving me ketchup, and I was like, no, 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 the other one. But there was only two types of sauces there: ketchup or the chili sauce.
Right.
It was like a password that I was trying to figure out, like trying to describe to them what I was asking for. But if it was like the chili sauce was the last thing on my mind that I was thinking, and it was I just kept saying sweet and sour sauce or not ketchup, the other one, sweet and sour sauce.
Well,
What
didn't
is
you have the same bag from last time? Maybe you could have just showed it to them.
from last time?
Yeah, so they gave you
No,
one. You
right,
finished it.
Yeah, yeah. I
You
left it
could
on
you
the
could have just kept the bag and like
I left it on the table. But anyway,
oh,
those were my two traumatic fast food
ex-
experiences in Hong Kong.
you know what I missed though? Do you remember Minute Burger or
Not
Burger
I don't
Minute? Was it
I don't think it sounds familiar. Is there a Minute Burger here? Oh yeah,
before?
there's Minute Burger here.
Do
What
they still
about
have it now?
I think so. I think so. I don't remember if are you asking me if I experienced it there? What about it? No.
No, it's in the Philippines. I miss it in the Philippines.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. So there is here in the Philippines. When you were asking me, I thought you were referring to something
Oh
there.
no
No.
no no! They don't have that here. And man, I used to love that thing. Because it used to be so cheap.
Yeah.
And I used to eat that all the time. Right after school, I'd go straight to that Minute Burger stand, or I would go across the street and go to Smokies. You remember Smokies?
Mm,
The hot dog joint.
mm.
Oh man, that
I
thing
love
was awesome.
I love how the Minute Burgers and all these other like what do you call those like little stalls? Well, that kind of thing. It's
Yeah,
not
like
quite
I guess like a food stall or kiosk or whatever
yeah, it's not quite carinderia, but it's also not quite uh a
restaurant.
food truck or what. Yeah, it's like a small
Right.
kiosk, but we're saying kiosk like on the streets, right? And now it's like 90% of them have like real literally bars and grills. Like
Mm.
the person is closed in as if he was in a in a prison, and you just pass the burger and the money in between the grills.
Right.
Because it's only like one person there, like
Operating the whole stand.
operating the whole stand. They're open 24 hours, and especially at midnight, they probably get robbed or something. So
Yeah.
they, for their own security, instead of getting a security guard or another person to hire, they close
Close it
everything
up.
off. So
Yeah.
if you pull a gun to them, you're not going to be able to. You can't get in,
Right.
and
Right.
neither can they get out. So they're locked up in a box there, and kind of and you can imagine me and the rest of the guys that are like in slippers and sandals, sort of falling in line at like 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, hungry, looking for a burger.
Right.
Falling in line in the street with this person with bars and grills all around them at
It looked like a metal box.
2, 3 o'clock in the morning. Exactly.
Yeah. I don't know. I
Hey,
just miss those Filipino foods over there. I miss Goldilocks. My favorite thing with Goldilocks was the palabok. I don't know. Palabok
palabok,
or malabon? Malabon? What's the
pansit
difference?
malabon.
Yeah.
What's the difference with palabok and pansit malabon? I think is it the shrimps,
Or is it the noodles? I think it's the
the
noodles.
noodles, the noodles.
Yeah.
According to my
Anyway,
private chef
um,
here.
yeah. I miss that thing. Oh man. I'm so mad now. I want that food so bad. Or fish balls. Or
Oh,
the isaw, the isaw.
uh, chicken gizzard, chicken intestine,
Yeah. The chicken
chicken.
the gizzards, the livers.
No, 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 not liver. The chicken intestines, isaw.
Isaw. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. I miss that thing. I used to eat that all the time. All
when
the
I
time.
when I went to Baguio, there was this thing they called odox. Have you heard of that?
Oh, yeah, what is that?
Odox is an acronym ODOKS.
Acronym?
No, no,
What is that for? What does it
O,
stand?
no, no. I'm spelling it for you first. ODOCS. AODOCS. You know what it is? 1 day old chicks.
Oh yeah. I remember that. The first time I saw that was when I went drinking with those tricycle drivers.
Ah,
So they had the guy. Um, so they had the balut guy there, and then
yeah,
there's another guy that walked by with a propane tank, like a little grill on top of it. Made
right.
him sit right next to us and cook that whole thing all night long. That was interesting. I'll eat that. I couldn't
Yeah.
eat the balut. The 1 day old chicks. Oh, that was so good with beer.
So the other night, the guy with the speakers, the guy selling the balot with the
Yeah,
speakers swung
yeah.
by here like balot, like right. And I
Yeah.
was like, hey, let's go buy balot for Jason. So
Oh my,
so I
is
bought no,
that why you sent me the picture?
that's why I sent you the picture. But we buy balot every now and then for real. I mean, it's not
Yeah.
like a special occasion just for you, but this particular one, we were like, I want to send you a picture.
Did you actually eat it?
Yeah, I had another one last night.
Oh, I can't. I can't. I just can't. I like the yellow part. The yellow
Mm.
part, I'll eat that all day long. But the actual ugh,
But see, that's the thing. I mean, actually, I don't really mind. Okay, just to give you guys an idea, the Odox is it looks the same. The Odox 1 day old chick is
it's deep
fried,
fried.
deep fried, and then
Yeah.
you know you see the chick like standing like that, right? But the thing with the balot,
The
it's
balut.
like the guy is like curled up in a ball inside. But and what I'm trying to get at is, here's the thing, I I eat it with a spoon, like a really tiny
Oh,
spoon, like
oh
uh
God.
like escargot.
Oh.
What I'm trying to say is don't don't lay it out on the table for all its glory to see. Like I just
You
oh
actually oh.
I just open a little tiny hole, bro. keep keep yourself together. You're
You actually
Filipino.
spoon it?
Yeah,
You,
because I don't want to eat it with my hand.
which means you had to cut it.
No, that's what I mean. That's what I mean. It's like escargot. It's like imagine if not this toothpick, but imagine if this was a little tiny toothpick, a little spoon. You
Yeah,
just
yeah.
open a little hole on at the top, and then you like
Oh,
get what just a this hole is just big enough for the head of the spoon.
so you're using a small shovel to pick up that dead bird
Yeah,
and shoving it down your gullet.
yeah.
Oh, ugh.
What I'm trying to say, and here's the thing with balot also, you got to eat it in the dark. It's it works best when you're under a street light. Don't don't eat it like with a lamp and fine dining or that kind of thing. But what I'm
I
saying is I understand how like disgusting it looks, but what I'm saying is don't look, turn off the lights and
you
or
don't understand. The
or
thought of it is just too much for me because when I had it, I said they told me to crack it open, the
mm,
salt,
mm,
some
vinegar.
chili, and some vinegar, and then
Mm,
you drink it. Right?
mm,
Oh, amazing, good stuff.
mm, mm,
They told me to peel it some more halfway.
mm,
So I did
mm,
slowly
mm,
but surely. They told me eat the yellow stuff first. I'm like,
mm.
okay. So I ate it first. It was good stuff. And then comes the best part supposedly.
Oh.
So I ate the chicken. The feeling of the damn birds, feathers and beaks and mm,
Let me tell you how to eat balot properly. So you open it, you make a hole just big enough for your
the
little
chicken.
tiny teaspoon or your finger or whatever it is that you need to get it out.
Yeah.
And you don't eat it like piece by piece like you did. Like you do this one first and you do this one first. Fine, you get the juice out first, you drink that. But don't like separate everything else. Just like eat everything sort of like one big salad. Don't like pick out the yellow part first, the bird or whatever. It's just like just get the whole thing and put it in your mouth.
What the fuck?
Or no, not get the
Oh,
whole thing, but get like a little piece just big enough for the little teaspoon, like escargot.
cannot compare balut to escargot. Not even close.
But
Are you kidding me?
that's how I eat it. You eat escargot with a toothpick, right? And then you just
Well, no, there's like a mini fork
a
that you
little
eat it with.
spoon. Yeah,
Yeah.
so same idea. So I just get like a little spoon. I don't try to pick out like the yellow part or the chick or the feathers or whatever. It's just
Dude, I'm gonna throw up, yo. That thing is just too much. I'm
and
sorry.
then and then
I know I'm looking like a pussy right now, but damn, I can't. It's oh
and then there's a finally there's one thing they call it the bato. It's the rock because it's
it's a
really
white part.
the white part's really hard. That goes to my
Yeah.
dog. That goes to our dog, and he's really happy.
Uh, I can't stand that shit. Anyway, but
Finally, the only thing
although
that
the
I
one
want to
day chick, the one day old, um, when it's deep fried, oh man, killer. And then you put in that spicy. You know what I did? So the balut guy mixed this vinegar with some peppers and salt and a little of that stuff, and then the one day old chick guy had the same vinegar type mixture that people use for fish balls.
uh
So I put those together and then
uh
I dip the one day in that thing.
mm.
Oh man! And then you take a shot of gin and then chase it down with beer. Oh, that was perfect. That was so good. I don't
Fish
know.
balls.
Fish balls, dude.
You know
Love
what
it.
else? What else I got into, or what I'm into now, actually, is well, back in the days there was squid balls, but now I'm
Squid
really,
balls?
yeah.
I don't think I've ever had that.
Uh, they are popular in. I see them in what we're looking at here. Hot pot. I'm looking at the strictly dumpling
Oh, yeah, yeah,
channel
yeah,
that you
yeah.
have. Yeah,
Yeah.
yes. The hot pot usually has squid balls in it, but
Yeah.
the street vendors they fry it.
Oh,
Anyways,
really?
yeah. Anyway, the one that I'm kind of getting into on the side, which I learned when I was in Cebu, but they have it here now with the street vendor kind of in front of our house.
Right.
The kikiam. Have you heard of that?
Can you remind me what it looks like again? Kikiam? It sounds familiar.
Like cat poop. I don't know what it looks like. It's just how do you describe kikiam?
What is it? Is what I meant.
What is it? Fish something. It's long. It's like like kind of a long twisted finger, like cat poop.
A long, long cat poop twisted finger? Really? That's the
I'll,
best description you have.
I was shooting it in my super secret vlog yesterday. I'll share it with you when I get the time.
Okay.
But
All
I'll
right.
take a picture. Just Google it, I guess. Kikiam.
Kikiam. How do you spell Kikiam?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
Uh,
anyway.
but just wanted to get down to like the sauce. Bottom line is really just the sauce.
Yeah. Yeah.
That
Speaking of hot pots there.
wait, hold on. Just what I'm trying to get at is there could be 3, 4, 5 like vendors selling the same thing.
Right.
They could
But
be
it
all
boils down to the sauce. Just
yeah,
like the fishball guy.
yeah. So
You know?
that's kind of what's happening in our little neighborhood now. There's like 3, 4, 5 guys trying to sell the same thing,
Right.
literally, and only one guy is like getting all the customers because everybody don't get their sauce down.
Right. Right.
So I
That's
mean,
awesome though.
everybody can fry kikiam or can fry fish balls, but if you don't get the sauce right,
Right.
people are not going to
It's
fall in line for
it's
you.
true though. But last time when I was there, then again that was a long time ago. It was one of those it was 1 peso each for the fish balls, right?
Right.
So we were all drinking in this circle and there was a fishball guy somewhere. And then you just get up and then he just parked right next. I'm telling you, that
Yeah.
little circle of drinking we had barbecue vendors, balut vendors, we had fish balls, we had that one day old guy, and then there was the peanuts guy. They were all there, you know. They were just hanging out, having a couple of drinks. Anyway, the fishbowl guy was 1 peso each,
Mm,
right?
mm,
And then he's got those skewers. He gives you
mm,
skewers, and then you pick it,
mm,
and then there's 3 different sauces
mm,
that you use, right?
mm, mm,
There's the light one, the spicy one, the extra spicy one.
mm,
And he used to get pissed off because we'll we'll dip it in all three.
mm,
But
mm.
I mean,
But
he was fine. He got used to it.
oh no no yeah, because what you gotta do, I think, is you like put them in a separate cup. Don't dip your
No, yeah.
don't dip your stick or your finger into the to
We
his
we didn't we didn't well, yeah. But basically we were the only customers left because
right.
we
But
dip it,
I know
but
what you're saying
we
because
double dip.
I know what you're saying. Yeah. That you're double dipping. I know what you're saying because the containers are like the long containers that have like
Yeah,
a
those
yeah.
jars. Yeah.
That's the thing. So now, people kind of learned about that. I don't know if it was because of COVID or whatever kind of reason that they decided to change it. But I don't know if there's like a little convention about people cooking fish balls or what, but they kind of all decided to not put it on that bowl on that jar anymore because people double dip.
Ah.
What they
So what
do,
are they doing now?
they put it in the like the McDonald's or Jollibee the squeeze what do you call that, the
Yeah,
cat
the
the
squeeze bottles. Squeeze
ketchup
bottles.
bottle, yeah, so they
Yeah.
squeeze that, so now you're forced to put it in your cup.
Well,
So
that's
what
good. It's
what
healthier.
right
It's cleaner.
so what they do is you still get that skewer or that like little bamboo stick
Yeah.
to put
Yeah.
the thing, right? But your bamboo stick now with your fish balls comes with a plastic cup, and that's where you pour your sauce.
Got it.
So
Got
you're
it.
forced to not double. You don't have the option to double dip.
Yeah. Yeah. We completely ignored that. We just double dipped like crazy. But
I'll
it
see. I'll
was
see. I'll make a super secret vlog dedicated to you on how to eat fish balls in the Philippines.
got it. Got it.
The
I'm
updated
looking forward to that.
2023 version, because again, the last time that you were here, they were still using a
Those
different.
bottles, which I think was a coffee bottle because
That's right.
there was a sticker of Nescafe,
That's right.
whatever, coffee
That's right.
next to it.
That's right. So everybody kind of uses the same, paraphernalia for whatever it is that they're doing. And then somebody came up with a genius idea to use these squeeze bottles and cups,
Right.
and that's what everybody else is using now.
Right. Well, that makes sense. That's good. I mean, it's healthier.
Telling you,
That's
there's
for
like a
sure.
fishball convention somewhere, and they just all talk about it, and then like next day they're all using the same thing.
Yeah. What was good too was sometimes those fishbowl guys also sell mangoes, right? And I used to love how they would peel it, put it in a barbecue stick, and like one half of the mango, right? Put it in a barbecue stick, and then they'd put that fish paste on it,
Mm.
the fish paste all over it, like doused. But
Mhm.
the guy that was there before, I tell him to dip it into that thick fishbowl sauce, and then put the shrimp paste.
Are you sure
Oh,
that's shrimp paste? I think that's well, it's probably called shrimp paste, but I'm familiar with it being called
I don't know what you
uh,
call it in Filipino or in Tagalog. I don't know.
it's at the tip of
Um,
my tongue. Go ahead. And then
but it's that dark looking one. It's what you use when you eat kare kare.
bagoong.
Right, that one. See, boom, it's good stuff.
Ay.
What? I mean, what do you want me to do, man? I forget.
Another thing that's going on with fast food restaurants now, there's well, I don't know. Well, there's when you walk into like a McDonald's, they're trying out this whole like less like they're trying to they're trying to make you talk to the cashier less. So they have like these big, I think Jollibee also has it, but they have
Oh
these.
yeah, the online kiosk, the order kiosk, or the order screen, the touch screen.
I guess we have no choice. That's probably gonna have to end to work, right?
Yeah, I think.
I mean, that's like the
I
way of
mean,
the
it makes the
future.
ordering quicker. It makes the ordering quicker.
It makes sense. Yeah. It's just
Yeah,
funny because
it's
like
less.
It's just funny because like people are still going through sort of the learning curve
What
on
happened? Did you switch?
did I freeze? No, I didn't touch anything.
Okay.
Are we
You
back on?
froze a little bit.
Right.
Look at that marker later. Yeah.
But
Um,
people are still going through this learning curve on how to use it.
why? I mean,
So
a
it
5-year-old knows how to use it.
takes a couple of minutes, maybe. It's just the
Yeah.
thing. No, but what I wanted to bring up was there's this. I think it's an okay commercial, but anyway, I keep seeing it on my pre-roll video feeds when I watch YouTube. Chowking's got this commercial now where
Right.
and the other ones.
Oh,
Yeah,
Chow King, though. Wow. They're good.
let me get back to Jollibee after, but
Sorry.
there's this Chowking commercial now, which I think is pretty good. They're doing like Are you familiar with ASMR? Where
No.
they people have like a microphone and then they just they make you hear whatever it is that you have like that you're putting in front of the microphone like that, right? But
Okay. Yeah.
for and then there's also mukbang. So there's these guys. You know what mukbang is?
No.
It's
Sorry.
sort of this Korean thing where people just put a camera in front and then they have like so much food in front of them and they're going to eat it.
Oh, yeah. Like
Yeah.
they put it on a banana leaf.
It doesn't have to be a banana leaf. It could be takeout for all I care. And they just I don't know if there's a strict definition for what mukbang is, but the commercial is there's a camera in front, just like it is in mukbang, and they have like a really good microphone like on top of maybe up here where you can't see it.
Right.
And then they're like making you hear the chicken, how crispy it is, and
Okay.
people
Yeah.
eating like all the sounds, and then people reacting to the food like wow, ooh,
Right.
like, and then that's the commercial. Done. The other,
And it's Chow King.
yeah, the other, I think it's a good concept. The other one,
Let me ask you something.
yeah,
Just sorry to interrupt you, but so
yeah.
have you actually done that at Chow King?
Done
That
what?
that mukbang thing?
What do you mean? Have I done it? Like put a camera in front of me and then eat?
No. But
So,
you eat like that where everything's in front of you, like laid out.
yeah, I guess.
How much did you pay?
If I'm going just by myself for a feast for
Yeah, let's
myself,
just say. Yeah.
maybe 400, 500 pesos, maybe 300, 3, 4, 5.
How
100
much is
pesos,
that? Let's just say 500 pesos, right? That's about right.
thereabouts. Yeah, less than $10
About
for sure.
Yes, let's just say about $10. Guess how much it is per person here.
Are you talking about Chowking or every other
Anything
fast
like
food?
like that
You were
that
just
other Filipino place here.
you were just
Um,
complaining about an $18 burger a while ago.
well, no, I'm telling you, this Filipino restaurant I told you in Maryland that's pretty good. Matthew's Grill. They do that. That they have the uh banana leaf laid
Oh,
out. They put all
oh,
the food, the rice, and all these different entrees and whatnot, right?
oh.
But guess how much it is per person?
And then are you forced to eat with your hands?
Yeah, yeah, basically
Eat with your hands at a banana leaf, and it costs you
per person. It costs $75.
nice.
That's but if $52 is the conversion rate right now, it's
Uh,
3,900 pesos per person.
that banana leaf must be expensive.
That's what I'm saying, and it's rice, and a lot of people are complaining about it here, because they posted, they have an advertising about it. They do it once a week for
Mm,
people that want to do it, right? People are complaining that it's not worth it because
uh,
it's a lot of like those cheap fish like tilapia
mm.
or what do you call those mackerel looking ones? Whatever.
Tuyo, uh,
Some of that. Yeah.
uh, tinapa.
Yes. Some of that as well. But the bottom line is it's $75 per person.
Is it hard to get the ingredients? Do they have to ship it through.
No idea. But I don't. If I'm paying $75 for a meal per person, which I have,
Yeah.
it better be good meal. You know what I mean?
That's another big thing here. The buffets, they have big buffets here that can cost
Right.
from like 1,000 pesos to 3,000 pesos, about $75 that you're just saying. But these are like really big. Uh, and the hotels are the ones doing this, mostly hotels
Right.
or like restaurants near the hotel areas.
Right. There's
They have a bunch of those in the Mall of. Are you familiar with the Mall of Asia here, MOA?
yeah, I've heard of it. I've never been, but
Yeah.
they set up that strictly dumpling guy, the Mike Chen. He
Mm,
actually went to those one of those hotels that has the buffet.
mm.
Yeah, I forgot what it's called or how much it cost, but it looked really good. You know,
Right. Yeah, that's
it
what
was
I mean. So
amazing.
that you can get a whole range of choices when it comes to
Right,
like buffet choices from 1,000 pesos, 500 kind of pesos to 2 or 3,000 pesos versions.
right,
And I
right.
think you can see the difference. I mean, they're not trying to screw you. The
Yeah,
quality is pretty good. Can't complain. Let me just go back to the commercials for the Jollibee commercials. And I think
yeah.
McDonald's is also trying to do this. They're doing like I think Jollibee. They're trying to do like, oh, do you have a they have a I think it's also a brilliant idea where they have do you have a Kwentong Jollibee? Do you have a story uh about that has Jollibee like in the story? Like usually like a love story or like a family reunion
Right,
maybe or
right.
something like that. And then they reenact that or they do that on the commercial. So it's like a
Really?
so it's like a concept of this like I guess a TV no a TV commercial version, like a 30
Right.
second, 45-second version commercial of your story versus because there's this concept, same concept. Maalala mo kaya? Are you familiar with that story?
Yeah, I remember that with what's her name?
I don't know the host, but the same
Uh,
idea goes like, do you have a story? And then we'll sort of reenact it for you if it's good enough for cinema or if it's good enough for TV. But
Jollibee's must be spending a lot of money on that.
I wonder if the people that write in actually get paid for it.
Well, they should. There should be some kind of a stipend for it, right?
Yeah. But I think
It's their story.
they also tell their story like the real person on camera, so they must be getting paid for it for
Right,
something.
right, right,
So that's interesting. I think it's good that people are sort of trying to like push
right,
ideas bound not boundaries, but just like getting really creative on their commercial concepts
right, right.
here.
I
Yeah.
I remember when I was in high school, I was actually a little bit shy and embarrassed to bring my lunch to school. To El Camino,
Oh, why?
high
You,
school. Yeah.
you used
Because
to you bring lunch?
yeah, like Tupperware. And I'd
Uh,
warm it up in the microwave and sometimes the smell is a little bit too strong.
okay.
So because of that, I got a little embarrassed. Like there's that one time I brought fish, like fried tilapia, I think, and rice. And then I put it in the microwave in the cafeteria.
Mm.
And as soon as I opened that thing, it was like, woof. And then people were like, oh, what is that? You
You
know,
you moved. You weren't like a bad kid in the Philippines and were kicked out, and your
in the
parents told
Philippines?
like you hear
No.
a lot of those stories. Heard a lot of those stories with the friends that I sort of came across. Like like oh, my dad told me to move here because I was
Mm-mm.
bad or doing something bad or running away from something in the Philippines, which is
No,
the
me, no. We just straight migrated, basically.
not
But
because you were being kicked out.
no. But going back to my high school story with that lunch. So I tried to figure out a way to mask it, you know? So sometimes if I'm bringing fried food, I'm going to throw a slice of lemon in there so that it covers up the smell a little bit after the microwave. And then I said, fuck it. Finally, I'm just going to say, fuck it. I'm going to bring decent food. So I started bringing like adobo, pancit, and I'm going to put it in a microwave with rice, you know?
This is
And then,
something that you would cook yourself.
yeah, in high school. And then my friends in high school was like, "Oh my god, I'll give you $5 if you give me a bite." I'm like,
Where,
yeah, sure, why not?
where was this microwave? You and I probably didn't hang out much back then.
Well, it's actually at the back near the senior side. You know how there's a separate area in the back where the seniors are?
Okay.
That's where the microwave was. It's in
Oh,
that side, but it's accessible to everybody.
you're talking about El Camino Canteen, other
Yeah,
side.
yeah. One side
Okay.
is the food where the line
Yeah.
is for all
Yeah.
the food, and then the
Yeah.
tables, and
Yeah.
then the big window, right? At at the back of that, actually, at the back of that, where the seniors are, there's another wall. There's a couple of microwaves there.
How screwed up is that? Like they have like a physical senior wall
Area. Yeah. Can you
to
imagine?
like separate everybody else
From
from the
everybody else. Yeah.
seniors.
It's literally called the senior courtyard. I don't know if you remember, but
Was it
all
open?
them,
Was it
yeah,
open?
yeah. It was
Yeah.
always open. It's always been open, but it's in the back. That's the thing.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's
Yeah. No, no, no. I
seniors only.
I hardly hung out there because I was spending too much time falling in line for pizza.
Yeah, those goddamn Pizza Hut pizzas.
I miss those
Yeah,
actually.
those round ones. Remember that?
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
awesome though. W-
exactly.
My favorite meal in that cafeteria was the corn dog and fries with cheese.
Oh,
You know what I mean? And then you can pay an extra dollar to put chili
you
in
know
that
what?
whole thing.
What the only thing that was missing was it would have been great if they were serving like lemonade, like fresh lemonade. Remember the ones that they would
Yeah.
like pump?
Yeah. But those are the good ones though,
Yeah,
you
the
know?
corn dog with lemonade would have been awesome.
Right. But I remember corn dog you can upgrade with fries, or you can upgrade for another 50 cents instead of fries to get onion rings. And then with
Right.
cheese. And then you can pay
Ooh,
a dollar to add the chili in it, you know. But
yeah.
sometimes I'd buy. They even sold cup of noodles there. I don't know if you remember. It was like 35 cents. I remember that.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. Man, back in the day, huh?
Yeah, they collect couple noodle cups here. Like when we like I don't know, my dad and his
What do you
they,
mean they
they ha
collect cup of noodle
I was like,
cups?
"Oh, don't throw it away. We might need it for something in the future."
It's a styrofoam cup.
Oh, no, no, no. Here it's still plastic.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but I know what you mean though. The styrofoam ones, they're like ridged, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, the plastic ones, they're a little thicker, so my dad likes to keep it.
For tabo.
No, they're too small for that. Like you could use it for like for potting plants or what, but
Yeah.
we have like little strange collections of plastic here sometimes. And then if it gets too much, I just secretly throw it away. And my dad doesn't even know that it's missing, but he needs
Right,
to see
right.
just a little bit enough just to know that it's there, just in case, in case there's a war. My dad grew up in the war, so they have like this, collect stuff just in case mentality.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
So,
I have that too, though. It's just in case purposes. You don't want to know how many cases of water we have downstairs.
oh, for uh,
I in the garage, I kid you not, there's like, I don't know, 8 cases of water at the least. I don't know why. Every time I go to the store, I have to buy one. I don't know. I don't know why. Why?
but don't you guys get the big 5 gallon jugs delivered?
No, we don't. You know.
You still have to buy your water like per.
Well, you could buy the bottles. The 8 ounce, the 12 ounce bottles, the single bottles. But if you
Yeah.
go to Costco, you can buy 40 of them for like $4.
Right. No, no, I'm just thinking like the way we do water here is that there's the 5 gallon jug that like huge ones that you put like
Yeah,
upside down on the water dispenser.
yeah. We should be doing that, but I don't know why we don't.
That's strange.
It's cheaper. A lot of houses do it still that way, where they have the big $5 jugs. I mean, 5 gallon jugs, and
Yeah,
then
yeah.
you put it in the machine, and your dispenser is either cold or hot water.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
I don't
where
know
we're at.
why we don't do it. We should probably. Damn it.
Do you have a water dispenser to begin with?
No, we'd have to buy that. I think for a decent one, it's like $100.
Crazy how they make things now. We had like a water dispenser that lasted like 10 years. The one that we have now,
Really?
like 6 months, the button in the back to turn on the hot water is like cracked already.
Oh, jeez. Well, you guys are probably slamming your cups on it,
Nah, it's the plastic in the back. It's like just the material that they use, the plastic material that they use for the button in the
which
back.
will get damaged if you slam your cups on it too much.
No, but this is not where you put the cup. This is the where you reach out in the back to turn on the hot
Oh,
water. Because you don't keep the hot water on like all the time like it is with the cold water, right?
no, here, the dispensers, it's always on. You plug it in, you turn both on, and it controls it. If you want hot water, there's hot water available right there and then. If you want cold water, it's always cold.
Well, for here we have this philosophy of not turning on the hot water all the time because it eats up
There,
so much.
you gotta chop wood, put it underneath, turn it, light it up.
So we don't
Sorry,
waste electricity to keep it turned on all the time. But yeah, come to think of it, it doesn't make sense to keep it.
it doesn't make sense. I mean, you're gonna use it, so you mean to tell me if you want hot water right there and then, you gotta wait like 10 minutes for it to get heated up.
5 minutes,
It's
yeah.
it's readily available. You're not wasting energy by keeping it on. I'm
That's the
just
whole
saying.
that's the whole idea. You are.
No, you're not. You're not. It actually costs you 10 times more by keeping it on and by turning it on and off because you have to restart. The electricity charge restarts.
Oh, puso mo, puso mo.
Right.
Just your heart.
I'm sorry.
Just
I'm sorry
your-
about it. I'm sorry.
just I don't want you to get a heart attack in the middle of recording.
Jason has a stroke.
You're trying to write down titles for the how's your workout been going?
I skipped today.
I think I'm on my fourth. No. I worked out yesterday. I skipped like 3 days and then I worked out yesterday.
Today's Wednesday. I did Monday, Tuesday. I skipped today because,
Is it
man,
life? Fatigue? Just
no,
couldn't do it?
I couldn't do it. I'm in pain. I'm still sore. I'm
Let me
still
tell you,
sore.
are the weights too heavy?
No. Let's
You know what my excuse is?
what?
We gotta go get groceries. I gotta refill the water bottle.
No. I'm gonna tell you why I had to take a break. So the other night I was paying taxes, okay, to my wife. That that's what I call it. Paying taxes.
Okay. Oh, okay.
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 All right. I was so sore. I had to take a knee.
Okay.
I,
I
I, I
no
had
comment.
I had to take a knee, and I'm like, hold on. Oh.
Was it the line dancing? What was? Jeez.
No, no, man.
I didn't realize
Oh,
line dancing can be painful.
you know, you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, well,
Okay.
okay. I know what I'm talking about.
All right. So I'm just saying that I had to take a time out because Jesus Christ, dude. I had to catch a breath. Um, I was so sore. I thought my thighs was gonna burst into flames. That it was cramping up. The first thing I did was like chug the bottle of water.
That's the thing. Maybe at our age, we got to be more conscious about being hydrated, drinking more water, and
I'm
getting
always hydrated. I'm always drinking.
getting enough
That's what
rest.
I'm saying. But it's like I had to take a knee. I was like, hold on. I thought I thought my hip was gonna pop or something.
Like I
I
s-
was
like I,
so sore.
like I said, you got to wear, like real cowboy boots next time you go line dancing, not sneakers.
Yeah. I just need to pay attention to the details a little bit more and follow instructions better.
And watch the red flags before you go in there.
Yeah. Anyway, um,
Yeah, my
yeah,
citron Korean. Is this only Korean? Like, or does anybody else make this?
I don't know.
I-
Uh,
Is it
I've only seen Korean
known
things.
to be Korean? Yeah, right.
I really don't know. I've never had like Japanese tea is more like leafy, if you know what I mean, you know.
Mm.
But
Yeah. So what
I
is this called
think
again? Citron something.
it's citron and honey or citron and ginger. At least, oh no, citron, honey, or whatever, lemon. I don't know. It's one of those.
I think I got the orange one.
Yeah, yeah, but
Doesn't
they're
taste
good.
like
They're
lemon or
really,
ginger.
really good for you. Yeah, you know. But we've been talking about food pretty
Ooh,
much and snacks. How was your week, by the way? How was your visit with KF?
actually haven't. I don't remember.
So,
Oh, he had
what
an
what
exam,
the
and then
hell?
he had
Um,
an exam last time. No, I get confused within the last time that I visited my son. He was also busy with his friend. He's sort of transitioning now between like still being interested in me and like really more hanging out with his friends.
got it.
He's at
So,
that stage now. But like, Dad, you still there? Okay, we'll just be here. Okay, like like yeah, go ahead. Like, but like in the back behind the scenes, I'm like trying to like take a
so
nap
what
or
were you
rest.
doing? You were just taking a nap?
Yeah, resting, fixing my things, resting, like being the old guy that I am now.
How long is the drive again? It's like what, an hour and a half on a motorcycle?
Yeah, 2 hours because I
That's
keep
not bad stuff.
stopping to pee.
Uh,
Yeah. So yeah, it's cool. I mean, I was asking him like, "Are you okay with just me hanging out here?" And like kind of like wanted to see what the guys problems are or what. And it's like, no, just hang out, whatever. You there? Like, yeah, okay, come here and play with us. And what? Like, no, I'm not gonna play with you guys. But I gave them like 30 seconds, a minute of like running around of what's the playing tag, right?
yeah.
Like 30 seconds into it, and my heart was about to pop already. And like there was even a part where I was sort of running backwards and I bumped into the car that was parked on the street and that kind of
Right.
thing. And I was like,
Were
all
you
right,
just outside playing outside? Is that what it was?
time out, time out. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
For like the first few minutes, I was just letting them play or what, but he kept asking me to like join them and watch and play tag. And
Right.
so at first I was like, nah, I'm too old for it. And then I go, all of a sudden I say, you're it, like that. And I start running. So everybody's all like excited because this old guy is trying to run after kids, right? That
Right.
doesn't sound right. So, but like I was running after my son,
Offering them candy.
he was running after me. And the next thing you know, I was like, okay, I'm out, time out, time out. Let's play something else. Let's play chess
Right.
or like your toy soldiers.
Right.
So
Right.
yeah, I'm like getting winded. So that's my thing. Going back to the workouts. I'm still doing the walks. I'm still getting to do the walks every day. It's the uploading that I'm really screwing over because I'm not able to like make a video every day. But I'm
Why
able to
not?
because I'm watching too much Commander Daot and Colas. And oh wait, speaking of which, I forget to mention this guy, Boy First Time.
Yeah.
Currently, he's uploading videos about doing this Philippine loop. Are
The
you
Philippine
familiar?
Loop. Yeah. I
Are you
haven't
familiar?
watched the whole thing yet.
I haven't watched the whole thing either, but that's one of those things where I was like, if I just had the money and the time right now, I want to do something like that.
Yeah. That's pretty cool, you know?
Or
What he's doing, but and the scary thing about that is he's doing it by himself right now.
what do you
The
mean?
Philippine Loop.
Why is it scary?
You're traveling in a motorcycle by yourself all over the
Yeah,
country. You know what I mean?
yeah. I mean, yeah. Of course, there's reason to be scared, but
Yeah, of course.
that's the whole idea. I
Right,
think. I
right.
mean, like the
But
Philippines
it's
is
got to be exciting though.
yeah. And then on my feed I get suggestions like some guys that have done the Philippine loop like 20 days, maybe a month. I mean, that's not the kind of thing that I want to do. I want to do it for like a whole like 6 months or a year
Right,
to
right,
sort of get around.
right, right.
So it's just one of those
He did it pretty quick though.
what do you mean how long
Boy, first time.
did he say?
I haven't said, but it seems like he's done it really quick.
No, I don't know. But yeah, he looks like he's going really fast at it. He's
Yeah.
not really taking his time, kind of thing. So that's one of the things I wish. It's just one of those things that sucks where I used to do like dive adventures, kind of like that, like scuba diving stuff, but just
Right.
didn't really have the consciousness to be like making videos or having a laptop and a camera with me to make the videos.
Hmm.
I was just so into just the diving and kind of in it. And then now that I have the camera and the laptop, I don't have the time to get out of the gate of the house. You know what I
Well,
mean?
you do have the time to get out of the gate of the house. It's just a matter of actually walking towards it and moving.
Nah, well, no, I'm talking more about like the budget, the time, and scheduling, and then there's
Right. Right.
clients waiting. It's just like the whole like
See,
this whole jigsaw puzzle of life.
well, if you think about it, though, if you're in a position right now where you're not even married, you don't have kids, you and your girlfriend could actually do this together, where you can set a goal to bust your butts, make the money, and then do it. You don't have any responsibilities that are majorly taking over you,
My
right?
dad, there's my
Right.
dad.
No,
Can't
thanks.
can't
Sorry.
can't just leave my dad around here.
Uh,
When we moved to Baguio to take care of my mom, my dad like
yeah,
stopped eating.
really.
Like, are you okay there? Yeah, yeah, I'm fine. But he's not like
He's not really
not
taking care of
really.
himself.
Yeah, he won't say, "Oh, I need you guys here. I miss you guys
Mm,
here," or
mm.
like, but because like, why am I there? Because I'm taking care of my mom, and then so now we're like sort of back and forth trying to help. Anyway, it's just one of those
So
things.
who's watching your mom now?
I got cousins and relatives also. Like, we're sort of trying to figure it out as we speak. But like, you know what I mean? Like, the whole idea was back, 10, 15 years ago. It was like,
Yeah,
oh, no, 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 go out and do your thing. Now it's like, go
yeah,
out and do your thing, but you're like feeling guilty about it.
and then come back at 5.
Yeah, no, now I want to be back at 5.
Right,
I
right.
want to be back at 5. It's just the whole timing and balancing of how are your folks?
My mom's in the Philippines and my dad's dead.
Oh, when did he
Remember?
pass?
He passed in December 23rd, 2018, 2 days before Christmas.
Yeah, that's
So
something that we haven't really got the chance to talk about. You said you'd talk
yeah,
about it before, but I don't want
no,
to
no,
pressure you.
not yet.
No,
I'm
yeah,
not.
yeah,
It's kind of
yeah,
like
yeah,
a heavy subject for me.
yeah, yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
but bottom line is the last couple of Christmases. Christmas is always a tough time for me. It's tough.
yeah, yeah. Well, was he
Yeah,
based there with you?
yeah.
And then your mom has always been
My,
based here,
she's always been in the Philippines. She's never been here.
but they're not separated.
No, they're separated. My
Oh,
dad's
okay.
remarried here. He's got well, his wife passed away too, apparently. So, like my
Oh,
stepmom. But me and my stepmom, we were never really close and whatnot. But that's a
hey,
different story.
bro, I don't want to press on it. I'm just curious
Yeah.
about you being a son of, like with parents separated, that kind of thing. You want to say something about that? I'm asking because I have the same thing, and I'm afraid I'm doing the same thing with my son, where we're like a separated.
It's scary and it's hard. If you're not able to understand what's going on, it's going to be hard to relay it accordingly to your children, especially if you're in that same position. You know what I mean?
Hard
If you're
to say
meaning if
what's going on between you. What are you talking about
like
from a point of view of the son or point of view of the
yeah,
father?
I'm talking in general. Like coming from a broken family, to me it was hard, right?
Mm.
So obviously now that I'm married, my goal is not goal exactly per se, but I know I don't want to put my children into that kind of environment where the parents are separate, you know. But obviously, sometimes things can't be helped and things happen, right? Needless to say, your particular situation. But for it, for your child, I believe, for your child to be able to understand that properly and to make it easier on them, you
Mm.
need to understand it first yourself and accept it yourself. Then you can relay that properly and accordingly to your child. Do you know what I mean? Because everything you do as a couple, as a parent, and whatnot, if you guys are not understanding and willing to accept the responsibility that comes with what needs to be done for your kid and push yourselves aside, he's gonna take it harder no matter what. You know what I mean? So to me, it sucks being in that position, but it can't be helped sometimes. Sometimes it's better for the parents to separate. But for that to be able to work with the kids as parents, you need to understand it first that it's not just you two there, meaning it's not just the two of you.
Yeah, for
My
sure.
2 cents.
For sure.
Huh?
For sure, for sure. Yeah, I totally
Yeah.
agree with you. Like for all of a sudden, like my headphones are starting to burn. Starting to- like my
I'm sorry, dude. Jesus.
no, kidding. No. I get you. And yeah, of course.
I would never want to put my kids in that situation. It's never easy, but sometimes it's just better for the parents if you guys separate. No
Mm.
point of staying together just for the kid.
I don't
No
wanna
points.
I don't wanna like drag on this negative topic for such a long time. No, I mean I don't want to drag it, but there was also a positive moment when I was, I mean I brought it up and I thought of asking you about it now because I've, it's always
Yeah,
sort
no,
of
it's fine. Go ahead.
always sort of in the back of my mind worrying about what my kid is thinking, worried about what I should be doing. Is there something
Right.
blah blah blah? And there also came to a point where I realized, why am I underestimating my son? Why am I underestimating his ability to
Right.
understand and adapt? And because he's not like an infant, he's not 1, 2, 3 years old. He's 9. He's not quite a teenager yet, but you know what I mean? Like he's got a head on his shoulders already.
Correct. Correct.
And
These are the
yes,
times where
yes,
he needs to be shown that civility and proper
yeah,
communication
yeah,
works.
yeah,
You
yeah.
know?
So we're try to do that, and at the same time try not to underestimate him and the situation, and
Yeah.
just
Kahit
to
na ang pinakamalaking problema sa mga magulang. All right. I'm gonna do this in Tagalog for you.
salamat,
Um,
Kuya Jason.
syempre, okay lang. Um, ang pinakamalaking problema sa mga magulang ay hindi sila marunong makipag-usap sa bata, lalo na
Mm.
pag may problema. Hindi porke bata, hindi nila naiintindihan.
Yeah, there's another again Jordan Peterson thing that I heard sometime that one of the worst things that you can do to a kid is to pretend and to tell them and is to not tell them the truth.
Correct.
To pretend like everything's okay. So
And sometimes you just can't sugarcoat things. You have to say it the way it is, especially to the kid, because sometimes, as even though it sounds bad to the kid, it's the best way for them to understand, if that makes sense.
yeah. Well,
Kind of going around, you know.
I think my son knows what's going on.
Yeah,
Anyhow,
maybe a little bit more. Sometimes we have to be more diligent about it, a
yeah.
little bit more firm.
No, I think what I'm really worried about is like obviously, the amount of time that I get to spend with him because before it was 24/7 and then now it's 3-4 hours a week or what. But anyway, that's a good place to end the podcast. What do you think?
Yeah, well, I think so. I think so. It seems like it's okay. I'll definitely give me 1 second here. I'm gonna ask this on the next episode. Anyway, yeah, it's a good place to end. It was kind of interesting actually. I kind of had a good feeling about this show. It was nice and flowing. It was simple, a little heavy at the end.
Let's change the name to Kuya Jason.
No, not even close.
Moments with
Anyway,
Kuya Jason.
my 2 cents. Cool. I think somebody owns that already. Anyway, um, well, thanks for chiming in, people. Another one in the books.
Two
We'll cat.
centavos. How about two
Yeah,
centavos with Kuya
Two-
Jason?
dalawang piso.
Or Odox with Noel and Jay?
No, that's just gross.
Balut with Noel and Jay
Anywho, all right. Well, thanks, guys. We'll catch you again on the next episode.
of the
This is
fish
Jason.
fishbowl podcast.
Yeah.
Noel here
All right. We'll see you next time.
on the flip side.
Two guys, two worlds. This is the flip side. New episodes uploaded on YouTube, Facebook, and Spotify every week on Wednesday and Saturday.